Fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one crazy ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one incredibly awesome and amazing and super cool ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. Tonight we have with us Tyler Foster from New York. Welcome to the show, Tyler.
Thanks for having me.
So Tyler, let's talk about your racing career. Where did it all start for you?
Well, my dad got a cart from our buddy Doug at Adrenaline Rush in Rome, New York. I raced the car once that year at a track called Moose Mountain. And then in 2016, I raced around where I live now. I live in Pendleton, New York, so all around New York now. So I raced at Ransomville Speedway and AMS. And yeah, we kind of went on from there.
Okay, so Tyler, what was it like to climb behind the wheel of your awesome race car for the first time?
Well, when I first got the go-kart, we went and we got to the tracks and I was nervous a lot. I can't remember. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, but from what I do remember, it was like, I think I was excited but nervous at like the same time because I didn't really know what to expect being in like a go-kart because it's kind of like a lot more power than what I was used to. So
okay, so when you first got in your go-kart, how long did it take for you to start getting success with that?
well, I started getting success right away because in 2016 when we first got in like the car and started racing it, I believe I won the AMS track championship in novice, but I'm not sure. I think that was that year. I know I've won it there before. But yeah, I got success kind of right away. It just came to me, sort of.
Okay. So Tyler, after you raced go-karts there for a while, then where did you go from go-kart racing then?
Well, last year we decided it was time to move up. So now I'm racing a Bandit at Genesee. And from there, we'll race these until I'm old enough to go into street stock. So
okay. So was it hard to transition to a Bandit from a go-kart?
well, I thought it was going to be pretty hard, but it seems pretty easy. I mean, a lot of stuff kind of transfers from go-karts to the race car now. So it wasn't that hard. I mean, I was really nervous and stuff, but it wasn't that hard. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than what it was.
So when you climbed in your Bandit for the first time, did it take you a little while to be able to keep up with the pack and run with the pack and stuff like that?
Well, this is our first season in it because we got it last year, but this is our first season in it. So we're going to start racing it this year, but I've already done one practice at Genesee and we have another one coming up this weekend actually. And when I was first in it at Genesee, they put us out because there wasn't enough Bandit kids there for the practice. They put me out with the four bangers, like the real four bangers.
Oh
So I was
boy.
racing with a bunch of like the good guys in that and the bandits, or not the bandits, and the four bangers. I was racing a bunch of the good guys in that class. And it was pretty hard and they were whooping me, but there were some other bandits in there and one of them couldn't even get past me. So I was keeping up with the bandit kids.
Okay. So Tyler, when you moved over from go-karts to Bandits, being you're haven't started actually racing it yet.
No.
So is it a lot harder to work on a Bandit than it is a go-kart or?
Well, it's definitely a different whole concept, but it's not that hard. I mean, the go-kart definitely takes a lot less time than this race car does, but it's not any like harder really for me because I know a lot about like the car and stuff, and so I'm kind of used to this stuff, but I've worked on Brandon Sherwood street stock, so I know how to work on like race cars and stuff with my dad. So it wasn't that hard to work on it really, but
Okay.
kind of transferred.
Okay, so Tyler, now, okay, you had a lot of success in go-karts. You're moving to bandits now. So
Yep.
Tyler, let's talk about the story behind your race car number. What is the story behind your race car number?
Well, my dad I remember like one day I was at school and we were doing this like little thing. We had to guess how many candies were in the jar. And my dad told me to choose number 53. And that number just kind of stuck with me. And I remember I won the little candy there. So I thought it was like my lucky number. So I've always just been the 53.
Okay, the 53, very cool. So Tyler, do you have a racing nickname?
I have a few. I mean, when I first started, some people called me the Hurricane. And then Well, I have a story behind one here. In the NYDKS series I raced in, I won a race and I got $100. So they put it on a big check, and it said my name on it, but the O in Foster was connected to the S, so it looked like it said Tyler Faster. So a bunch of people called me Tyler Faster from that. And then at Ransomville in the go-karts, one of my main sponsors was Poppin' Hops. So a lot of people call, like the announcers and stuff, call me the Popcorn Kid, or the Popcorn Kid, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So Tyler, what is your 5-year plan with racing then?
Like, where do I plan to be in 5 years?
Yeah, in 5 years, yes.
So in 5 years, we plan to have me in a street stock, and we plan to be racing street stocks from there.
Okay, and how about your 10-year plan?
10 years, I might be in a late model by then at Genesee, but we're hoping. I'm kind of hoping to be in a street. Well, we're going to be in a street stock by then, but so yeah, so in the street stock, but maybe in a late model, but at least a street stock.
Okay. So Tyler, let's talk about the people that work on your race car. Who is all on your racing crew?
We have NSM, so Brandon Sherwood and his guys, they help us out a lot. My dad, my uncle, my grandpa, my mom and sister, me, and my whole family mostly.
So what's your main job with working on the race car, Tyler?
When we first got the car, it was an asphalt car, so we had to kind of like convert it over to dirt. So that I kind of had a lot of jobs to do on the car, but now like my weekly jobs, I have to make sure like all like the bolts are tight. I have to wash the car, clean it, and a bunch of other stuff on it.
So, okay, that's your jobs. Okay. So what
Yeah.
kind of wrap do you have on your race car for the, because I know you race car drivers put different wraps on your cars to make them look
Yeah.
nice. And
I don't have like a wrap on them, but we have a white body. It's a fox body. It has a fox body nose on it. It has a white body. It has like a kind of a late model looking wing on the back. And we don't have a wrap though, but we have the 53 on the roof. I have like a gray flag, like a gray American flag with my number on the top. I have like my names on the roof, my name on the roof, and I have the 53 on the sides and my sponsors.
okay. So Tyler, who do you have for sponsors that sponsor your race car?
I have John's Motor Shop and Park Hill Tree.
Okay. Are you still looking for sponsors for your racing too?
Yes.
Okay, if there's anybody going to be out here watching this racing show with me and Tyler Foster, aka the Hurricane, and you want to help him out with his racing, get a hold of Tyler Foster or his dad, Jason Foster, or that racing team, because they'd appreciate the sponsorship on Tyler's race cars to get further into his racing career. So Tyler, when you're at the racetrack and you're getting anxiously awaiting to get in your race car and getting psyched up to get in that car, what helps get you psyched up in that car?
Well, when I'm going to get in the car and what kind of gets me like excited for it and like ready is, well, really before the race, I'm kind of just thinking like, okay, what am I going to do to get by the pack the fastest? What's like going to be like the fastest way through these guys? And how am I going to get in the leads quick and efficient before the race is over? And sometimes I like to listen to music in the trailer before the race to get me like kind of excited.
So what type of music do you like to listen to?
I kind of listen to a little bit of everything. So I listen to like a little bit of country, a little bit of like rap, kind of like some rock, kind of. So yeah, a little bit of everything.
So with Brock, are you into like classic rock?
Yeah, sort of.
So who's your favorite classic rock group that you like to listen to?
I do not know. I have a lot.
My favorite, Tyler, is Def Leppard. Def Leppard has always got some pretty good 80s jams. So yes. So Tyler, being you're racing a Bandit, gonna be racing a Bandit now, is this a V8 car or a V6 car you're racing?
I think it's a V8. I don't know. It's a 2.3 liter Ford Pinto 1980 leaf spring car. I know that.
Okay, already. So Tyler, who is your racing hero? Who is your favorite race car driver?
Well, like my favorite like big name race car driver is probably Kyle Larson, but
okay.
But my other favorite racing driver is probably Brandon Sherwood.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Tyler, Kyle Larson is one of my favorite race car drivers. Also, I see your light went out on you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tyler, when you're out there racing and you're at the track and you're getting hungry, what's one of the favorite things you like to eat at the track?
I love track nachos and cheeseburgers.
Oh, nachos. Me and you will get along just great because I'm a nacho fan myself.
And I love
So
Mountain Dew too.
Mountain Dew is good too. Yes, yes. Have you tried the new one that just come out recently? It's called the fire version. They say it's spicy. So yeah, it just come
I haven't
out.
tried that yet.
Yeah, it just came out. So yeah. So Tyler, who are some of your friends at the racetrack?
Jacob Schultz, Mason Hanel, Riley Bloomingdale, Braden Bills, a lot of people, yeah.
So Tyler, when you're away from the racetrack and you're wanting to just relax and wind down, what do you like to do to just when you get away from the racetrack? What's some of the favorite things you like to do?
Oh, well, in hunting season, I love to hunt with my dad.
Oh,
Yeah, and I love fishing and fishing so we can fish.
me and you already. I love to hunt and fish myself. So yes.
Yeah,
So,
I love to be outside, kind of like ride 4-wheelers and stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. So Tyler, when you're at the racetrack and you're out there racing, do you like being around the fans and them coming up and talking to you and saying, "Hey, you did a really good job tonight" and stuff like that?
Yeah, I kind of like when people like come up to me after their races and like tell me like I did a good job and all this. This kind of makes me feel like, okay, maybe I'm doing like something good out there. Maybe I'm like doing it right. Maybe I'm like being like a good driver, and yeah.
So Tyler, do you have anything out there you want to say to the kids to help get them in a race car?
I mean, honestly, just keep doing what you're doing in the race and when you're racing, and just keep doing what you're doing and working hard, and you'll get it one day.
Okay, and Tyler, also, we're asking you that question. Do you have any superstitions, like things that you will do on race day and things that you won't do on race day for good luck? Or
I don't really have anything that I will and won't do. I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything that I do and don't do on race day.
okay, so Tyler, being you're racing a Bandit now, can you kind of teach me a little bit about the Bandit series? Because I know nothing about that series.
Well, they're basically a 4-banger. Well, they are a 4-banger, but 4-cylinder, but it's just like kind of like a novice class for like the kids.
Okay, all right. So is there a lot of kids that compete in that class?
Not really. I think there's maybe around 6 to 8. So there's not that many, but
okay. So Tyler, do you have any big races on your calendar that you're looking forward to racing in?
Not this year, really. We're just gonna try to stick to Genesee because I think that's one of the only tracks I can actually run at my age. But we don't have any big races on the calendar for this year, so not really.
So Tyler, what is your home racetrack?
Well, for the car, it's gonna be Genesee Speedway. But for my go-kart, it was sort of AMS in Ransomville.
Okay, so where's Genesee at? What town is that at now? Batavia, okay. And how big is Genesee?
I believe it's 3/8 of a mile.
Okay, and how big was the other one, Ransomville?
I'm not sure about the big track, but our go-kart track, I'm not sure the exact size of it, but it was pretty small.
Okay, alrighty. So Tyler, I want to thank you for being on the racing show with me tonight, talking to us about your racing career. I'm going to call you a little bit to thank you in person for being on board with me and talking to us. Also, as you get further into your racing season, maybe I'll try and schedule something in the next couple of months. We can get an update with you. Okay.
All right.
So Tyler, do you have any questions for me before I let you go?
Nope.
Okay. So Tyler, I will let you go. So I'll let you step out and I will give you a call here shortly. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tyler Foster, number 53 in the Bandit Series out in New York. He lives out in New York. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be driving the number 53 Bandit car at Genesee Speedway this year. But ladies and gentlemen, his nickname is the Hurricane. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a little racing news update. And I'd like to thank Tyler Foster and his racing team for being part of this racing show with me tonight. But let's talk a little racing news now, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I'd like to thank Tyler's sponsors, but here's some racing news for you. They've been already doing testing at Indianapolis for the Indianapolis Indy cars for the IndyCar series today, and I'll tell you what, they had some pretty interesting situations. They had a spin out that almost took out 3 cars, but lucky enough, nobody got hurt and no cars got damaged today. So that's what happened there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of the tracks are getting ready to kick things off and get ready to rock and roll for the Dirt Track series and all the series all over the United States. But the NHRA is headed to Texas, so good luck to the National Hot Rod Association as they head to Texas. And congratulations again to Kyle Busch for winning the NASCAR race last weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway on dirt. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank everybody associated with my racing show and all the Mountain State social media and everybody that's helped me along the way. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification button on my YouTube channel. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good night. Catch you later. Another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. #1 on YouTube.